on, I think today's Wednesday. I have to admit, I'm really struggling because I just got back from vacation. I know, poor me. But it's also holiday week, and I can't find my lip gloss. And normally my helpers here are here on Wednesday, but they switched to Thursday because I can't remember. And so yeah, I think it was a field trip or something that Whitney is taking her boys on, one of her boys. Anyway, I'm getting my Stampin' Lips on. I got tan on vacation. Can you see the tan line from my sunglasses? It's kind of bad. We had a really, really amazing time. This is the first vacation my husband and I have been on in quite a few years together that didn't involve a crisis at home or a catalog launch or graduations and track meets and all the things. So it really was wonderful to be away and just have a completely lovely time together. We decided we're going to be fine in retirement because we were together for like 12 solid days, like 24/7, and had no problems with that. So that was really good. Um, it was so needed for both of us to be on this trip. So I'm really glad we took it. We had this conversation too about like, could we be professional vacationers? And if so, how do you get funding for such a thing? So we're working on that. I will let you know if we come up with anything and we could all get in on it together. Wouldn't that be great? I really did enjoy being on vacation. I think it's fun. Also, it is freezing here. Like, let's see, the temperature is 67 right now, and we have been in 90 plus degrees with about 90 plus percent humidity for the last 10 days, and it's like downright cold. I literally have a sweater on today because I'm so cold. Um, so that was a rude awakening. We've been joking about how cold it is here. Uh, it is so nice to be home though, and not like sweating. Like, you know, the sweat you get in a certain region in the summer. I'm enjoying not having that right now. Anyway, let's see. I'm trying to think of what stories we have to tell you about our trip. We had it was weird. This is like the first incentive trip that I haven't hung out with Barb and Kelly like the whole time in forever. I mean, 15 years. We all kind of sort of did our own thing. Barb brought her teenage daughter. Well, she's not a teenager. She's 20, early 20s. She's Ella's age. Kelly was, of course, with her daughter and grandkids. Our friend Lori had her daughter and grandkids. So we were kind of doing our own thing each day. And Andy and I are not really Disney people. So we weren't like super gung ho on all Disney stuff. So I don't know. We had a good time. We rode some pretty cool rides. Andy got to get his Star Wars fix in at, what is that place called? Disney Studios, Hollywood Studios, whatever studios, the Disney version, whatever that is. Can you tell I'm not a Disney person? We also went to the Animal Kingdom one day, and that was, or Animal Kingdom one day. That was fun. And then Stampin' Up had like our final event was Stampin' Up had the part of the Avatar part of Animal Kingdom open to just us. And so we got to ride on the Avatar rides. And I will tell you, I'm not a big ride person. Like, I do not like roller coasters. I did not ride the Tower of Terror like Barb did 8 times. But they had this Avatar ride, and it was so cool. And it was really funny because Sarah, our CEO's son, who I've met before and recognized, of course, from pictures and whatnot, but he was there with one of his cousins, and I know his parent, so I know both of the parents, right? And I was like, okay, is this ride scary? Like, am I gonna be, I was nervous about what it was. And they said, oh, well, there's like a couple of drops. And I do not like the feeling of my stomach coming out my nose. It's just who I am. And they were like, well, there's a little bit, but it's not bad. And so one of the boys was like, I don't like roller coasters either, but I loved this ride. And I said, I know your parents. Like, you better be telling me the truth. So anyway, we went through the ride and it was so fun. I wanted to go again, but we couldn't because the park was like closing. They kind of escorted us out at that point. But oh my gosh, it was such a cool ride. If you've never done it before, it was worth it. Now, the really awesome part is during the day, the wait for this ride was like an hour and a half, and we just walked right on. So that was pretty sweet. Anyway, it's one of those things. So you like get strapped into this bike thing, and that was a little nerve-wracking because like they even put something behind your back, and I was like, oh my gosh, what is going to happen? Like, what is this bike gonna do? I was so worried it was gonna like do crazy stuff, but it didn't. It was kind of like you wore 3D glasses and the screen in front of you. It was really cool. So anyway, loved it, had a great time. Highly recommend it if you've never done that before, because it was, like I said, it was pretty cool. So at any rate, I'm going to take a second to pull up my live on my phone because, gosh, I'm out of practice a little bit on this. I want to just watch the comments with you, but it is going to be a great live today. I've got a ton of stuff to share with you. First off, I have a whole bunch of birthday cards. It was my birthday while we were gone. It was actually the last day of our trip. So yeah, it was a really cool, it was really cool to be on vacation on your birthday, right? So I enjoyed that. Also, I've got a few things to show you from our trip. We went on a cruise after the Stampin' Up portion, which I'm really glad we did because let's just say that was not relaxing. Like, 5 days at Disney is not relaxing. We only went to the parks 2 days, but we did like a ton of steps. One day, my biggest step day was like 22,000 steps, and that was 8 point something miles. And I only had one blister. Barb said she had 5, so that's not bad. But also, I just have to tell you guys, Kelly's grandkids are just so sweet, so well behaved. They were lovely. We had a great time. Okay. Even though I hardly even saw either of them, to be honest, which was kind of a bummer. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Okay, so let me show you a few things from our trip. First of all, on our first night, we had this. This is like a felt, and it folds up real nice, which is pretty cool. But it's a basket. It's pretty big, actually. And it was full of treats. There were drinks and snacks in here for us the first day. So it folds up like this. So it's pretty big. So nice sized tote, and it's so cute. So that was there with a little card from Sarah, which was very sweet. Also, I got to talk to Sarah a couple of times, which was nice. I've gotten to know her and her husband over the years, it's always fun to kind of talk about, how our families grow and all of that. So that was really cool. Is that a mirror? It looks backwards. Oh, it's probably because I have the reverse so you can see my face. I'm not sure why it does that. Yeah. Ooh, Pixar has a new movie coming out. I am so not on top of what's happening. I honestly couldn't tell you a single movie that's out right now or that's even coming. I think there's a Mission Impossible movie either out or coming. But again, I'm so not up on anything happening in Hollywood these days. So, but I do like Pixar movies. They're fun. Let's see. Um, then the other thing that we did, so our cruise went to, it was really funny. People kept asking me where we were going. It was like, I don't know. The dates worked. It was all I cared. So they have a private island for Royal Caribbean. It was a Royal Caribbean cruise. And we went there, it's called Castaway Key, which is really cool. It highly recommend it. It's a huge island. They have like practically an amusement park on it. But we went to like the adult only section, and it was really funny because Carl was like adult only, like in France, adult only. I said, no, like no children, adult only. He's like, oh, I think he was disappointed. I have not broken his spirit to tell him that adult only beaches are actually a little bit more like the people you'd least like to see, if you know what I mean. We have actually seen one on one of our trips. We went to, gosh, where were we? Somewhere in France. And let's just say the people you saw, not the people you would want to see. All of our husbands were very disappointed, which was quite hysterical. Anyway, okay. Then we also went to two stops in Mexico and then Roatan, Honduras, which I've never been there, and that was actually my favorite stop. We went to this little wildlife thing, and they had like tropical birds like parrots, macaws, and what else is the other one? Parrot, the big one. Parrot. Oh, why can't I? No, that's a macaw. Toucan. Okay. Then they had some monkeys, and you like literally got to play with them. Well, not play with them. That might be a stretch, but you got to see them, and then like up close, and actually one jumped on my shoulders, and it was a capuchin monkey like Marcel from Friends, right? And then the favorite part, the coolest part, was the sloths, and they had a baby sloth, and it held my hand, my finger. So that was so cute. The baby was maybe this big, very pretty small. I want to say they said it was like 4 months old. So cute, and they do move so slow. I'm sure it would never exist in the US that you could pet these sloths, but they were so, so cute. I posted some pictures on my Facebook business page, so make sure and check those out because I had a few from the sloths. It was very fun to see them because the first of all, I don't think I've ever seen one, and certainly not like up close. I guess they used to let you hold on to them, but they changed the law in Honduras, I guess, which is fine. I don't know that I need to hold an animal like that necessarily. Seems germy to me. I took microbiology in college. Anyway, we had just a lovely time. Oh, you guys, I so wanted to just bottle up the color of the water. The ocean was so beautiful. I just love the colors. We had a tour guide take us around in Honduras, and I asked her name was Norma Jean, and I said, do you come to the beach all the time? And she's like, almost never. And I was like, what? The water there was so beautiful. It was so clear, and those beautiful Caribbean blue colors, cool Caribbean pool party, Coastal Cabana, Bermuda Bay, you name it. I saw it and I loved every second. Tempting turquoise, azure afternoon. Oh my gosh, all the colors, all of the colors. So that is what I just love, seeing the ocean. And you know, some of you probably live near the ocean, and maybe, I know not all the oceans look like they do in the Caribbean, but probably in Florida and some other places you get to see those beautiful colors. But oh, I just loved it. Okay, so I'm gonna stop talking about that because I do have a bunch of things to show you. I did get 2 treasures. This was kind of a cheap trip because we didn't spend a ton of money, which is good. But I got a couple of treasures. So this first one, isn't this cute? This was made by we got this in Mexico, and the lady who made it is an artist from Italy, actually. Her husband is a fisherman, and so he collects like driftwood, and so she paints the driftwood and they make little sculptures out of it. And how cute is this? And she was painting these little birds, and of course, I had to get this because it reminded me of the seagull set we had for celebration this year. So I just thought this was so cute. And you might note the colors. Andy had a different one picked out, and I was like, nope. He understood, don't worry. And then I have my sister has a ton of Mexican pottery. She has visited Mexico many times and kind of built a collection. So I've got a few things. So I wanted to get a bowl, and I bartered with this guy on my plate because it was a little spendy, but we got it down to a reasonable price, which included the cash we had. So that was good. So those are my 2 little treats, my treasures from my trip. I'm just going to put those over there so I don't break them. Then we had, okay, so I have a ton of cards. I'm going to go through them a little bit quickly just because they are really quite numerous. It was a lot of fun coming home to all of these cards, you guys. My son was like, wow, you got a lot of cards. I was like, yeah, I did. So that was pretty exciting. So let me show you those. I'm going to flip my camera so I can go through them really quickly. And then I've got just a couple of announcements. And then, of course, we will be stamping some super cute stuff. Okay, so I'm going to flip this. Give me a second. Hopefully that did not go up my nose. Oh, look at that. Like a champ. Okay, sometimes when you get out of practice, you're not sure how it's going to go. Okay, so I've got this little gift in the mail and a really cute card from Sherry, who's on my team. And let's see if I can open this correctly. How fun is that? Maybe this will be our card for next time. We'll have to take a look at that. But isn't this just so cute? So I thought that was pretty cool. So this was a really sweet card from Sherry. And then she sent me a little gift. She painted this little set of earrings. So how fun is that? So thank you so much, Sherry. I really appreciate it. I also got a really cute banner from one of my team members, Nancy, and I'll have to take a picture. We actually hung it up in the other room because it's super cute. But I will take a picture and share it so you guys can see because it was really fun. All right, then I've got, this is a super cute card from Katrina, who's on my team. It's a slimline card. So how cute is that? Love this one. I haven't made a big, tall slimline card in a while, so that was really fun to get. Then here is a super cute card. Check this out. Isn't that fun? Do you remember this set? I can't think of the name of it, but I really loved this card. Such fun colors. So thank you so much, Cheryl. I loved this one. I appreciate it. Another really cute card. This one's from Terry. Oh, that DSP is so pretty. So thank you so much for that one, Terry. Another cute one with designer series paper. This one I think is from my team member, Lynn. Yes, Lynn is the best. So thank you, Lynn. Another cutie patootie, the milkshake bundle, which we did a class on a while back. I love this one. This is from another member of my team, Susan, who's just the best. Look at this cutie patootie. This one is from Suzanne. She is so sweet to think of me. So thank you, Suzanne. She's in our Sunshine and Rainbows group, which is where many of these cards are coming from, in case you're wondering. I mean, a lot of people sent me a lot of love, which is wonderful, but several of them come from my Sunshine and Rainbows group. And there's information on that in the description of this video. This one is from Joanne. So thank you so much, Joanne. I love this. I remember these cards. They were a lot of fun. Another beauty. This one is from Sally. Thank you so much, Sally. She is on my team. No, wrong Sally. I have two Sallys. This is from our Sunshine and Rainbows group. I also have a Sally on my team. And I'm pretty sure there's a card from her in here somewhere. This one is from Charlotte. So thank you so much, Charlotte. I love that designer series paper. This is such a cheerful card from, this is an oldie stamp. This one is from Margaret. So thank you so much, Margaret. I appreciate the card. Another adorable card. This one is from Debbie. Thank you so much, Debbie. I appreciate it. Aren't these fun to go through? Oh my gosh. Here is another gorgeous one. I love this mixed media suite. This is from Kathy. You are the best, Kathy. She's on my team too. Another super pretty card. This is from I think a paper pumpkin kit from Nancy. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. And by the way, you guys put such sweet messages in these cards. Oh my goodness. This is a cute little fun fold from Dolores. She's on my team, and oh, love the colors, Dolores. You know I'm a sucker for black and white with a pop of color. Here we've got the Country Florals or Country Flowers bundle. This was actually a Mother's Day card from Brenda, who's on my team. She's the best. Thank you, Miss Brenda. She sends me a card for every occasion. I'm so fortunate. This is a really cute fun fold. This one is from, let's see here. Oh, Debbie. She's the best. So this is like a, kind of sits up like that. I don't know if you can see that in the camera, but there we go. Super cute. So thank you so much for that one, Debbie. Let me get my video back up. Oh, of course, I'm somehow out. Okay, we're almost there. Sorry, guys. Let's see. Next up. Oh, this is a really pretty one. Just making sure I'm muted. Here we go. Okay. This one is from Sherry Jeffries, who's on my team. I think there were two cards in here from her. One is a birthday card. How cute is that? So sweet. So thank you so much, Sherry. And there's another one from her in a little bit. We'll get there. I think it might be a thank you card. All right. Oh, here, this was such a sweet card. I love this DSP from Brenda. She's the best. Thank you, Brenda. That's the same Brenda as a couple cards ago. Look at this pretty one. A card to say hello. How cute is that? This, I think this one had the note from Peg, right? Yes, Peg. Thank you so much, Peg. Love, love, love these beautiful cards. Look at this. This is a watercolored card. So pretty. And this is from Teresa, who's on my team. She is the best. And she just watercolored this little pot of flowers. How fun. Love it, love it, love it. Another beautiful card. I love that blue with a pop of color. So fun. This is from Linda. Thank you so much, Linda. I appreciate your card so much. Another beauty. This is from a paper pumpkin kit that we just had. Actually, mine came while I was gone. And this is from Susan. Thank you so much, Susan. I'm excited to check that kit out. I literally have it at my feet here. Look at this, is kind of fun. Different kind of color combination, and I really like it. It's plaid paper we had from a while back. And this is from Beverly, who I've known for many years now. All right. Oh, look at this one. Do you guys remember this was, I think this was a paper pumpkin kit as well. This one is from, oh, this is from Lori. This was so sweet. She said, I have learned so many new techniques and ideas from your classes and creativity delivered. Ah, thank you so much. I love that, Lori. I appreciate your card. Remember those seagulls I mentioned? Here we go. This one is from Debbie. Thank you so much, Debbie. That was so sweet of you. All right, another, this is so cute. Do you guys remember this set? This one is from Miran. Miran is from Victoria. So this is like airmail, international airmail. So very cool. Speaking of international, Maria is in Puerto Rico joining us. Hello, Maria. This is another really cute card. Also, this one is from Canada, and this is from Sonia. I bet she's on here. How cute is this? She took the paintbrush from the tool set and combined it with our new floral dies. And how sweet is this? And a little watercoloring in the back. Just love it. Speaking of another fun technique, this card is done with embossing paste that's been colored, I would assume, with re-inkers. And then this is designer series paper, so very fun. So thank you so much, Betty. I love this card. So cute. This is another super sweet card. This is like a acetate card. And I love this one so much. It's really simple, but gosh, isn't it pretty? This one is from Priscilla, who is actually, I know her from Kelly's team, and she is the best. And she has like the prettiest handwriting. I really like it. Another cute cake card. This one is from Melissa, who's on my team, and she is so sweet. Thank you so much for that one, Melissa. I know, aren't these great cards? I really feel very fortunate to have gotten so much happy mail sent to me this year. So I'm really grateful for that. This super cute one is from Sherry. Oh, this is from Sherry Jeffries too. Yeah, this was the thank you card. She got Prize Patrol, I think, at our team meeting. And so that was her thank you card. So you are welcome. She sends them in these clear envelopes, which is really fun because then you can kind of peek the card before you open it, which is neat. This sweet card is from Eileen, and she just rocked it with my favorite stamp set of all time. You might recognize it. It's the best one. Anyway, I love this. She has this cute little saying on the inside. The secret of staying young is to honestly eat slowly. Oh, live honestly, eat slowly, and lie about your age. I love that. It's a quote from Lucille Ball. So thank you so much, Eileen. I loved opening that card. So fun. Also, I was thinking about doing a class with my stamp set, my bundle again. What do you guys think of that? I do actually have a few available still, so let me know if you're interested in that. I know many of you still have it. This beauty is from Terry. She is the best. I love it when cards and envelopes coordinate. That is just so fun. Here is another really fun one. This is like, I remember this so well. This was a really fun collection of stuff that we had, papers and dies and all kinds of stuff from, gosh, quite a few years ago now. I would say 10 maybe years ago, 8 or 10. Anyway, this is from Jacqueline. Thank you so much, Jacqueline. You are the best. It was fun chatting with you. Before I left on my trip, we were texting back and forth. I was visiting my daughter because I think I'm pretty sure I told you guys she had surgery and we were visiting. Anyway, look at this fun DSP. So cute. This is from Shelly. Thank you so much, Shelly. I appreciate it. Pretty sure Shelly's on Kelly's team. Oh, look at this. This is from, I think, a paper pumpkin kit, but how pretty is that? And this one is from Carol. Carol is like the original rack card sender from our Sunshine and Creativity group. Sending Sunshine and Rainbows, sorry. Oh my goodness. Then this cracked me up. So Karen is on my team. And I can't remember why, but one time she came onto our Zoom meeting, our team meeting, and her name was Sparkles. And so now I am calling her Sparkles forever. But anyway, look at how cute this was. She used the turtle, and I think this card is adorable, and I just loved it. So thank you. Then this card, look at the fanciness on this one. This one came from one of my team members who's just the best. This is from Alexandra. And look at how pretty this is. So gorgeous. And this was our card challenge for this month. So if you haven't, you still have just a few more days left to enter your project over on my Stamping with the Creativity Cave Facebook group. But what a fun card. And thank you so much, Alexandra. I just love the cards you send. I appreciate them so much. Another beauty here. This one, I think, yep, is from another team member of mine, Paula. She is just the best. And she sent a really sweet message. So thank you. I appreciate that, Paula. Vicky is another member of my team, and she sent this cutie. I love this designer series paper. It's so beautiful. And Vicky is just the best. So thanks so much for that. This is from Brenda. I'm so excited because she's coming to my house pretty soon. We are having our watercolor retreat weekend in just a couple of, about 10 days from now, I guess. So I'm excited about that. Shameless plug, there's still a few spots left. If you are up for a road trip, come on down. Look at this pretty card. This one is from Linda. And it's, let me take this off. It's a fun fold. Love it. Very, very cute. So thank you so much for that one. Another super sweet card from a longtime friend and member of my team, Cindy. And she had just the sweetest little message because she said 50 is a great year for strong women. Thank you. I love it. All right, another cute card. This one is from Connie, and I just love it. Connie, thank you so much for thinking of me. I feel like that was either a paper pumpkin or a kit. I can't remember. They kind of blend together after a while, you know what I mean? This super cute card, look at this. This one was from Lisa. Oh, this was funny. She said, as I write this, you are just across town for me. I hope you're having a fantastic time. So she is from Orlando. So yes, we had a lovely time. Lisa, it is hot in Florida. And I don't even think this is the hottest time in Florida. Look at this. What's Moo with you? This is from Mary. Thank you so much, Mary. Very sweet. Mary, you live in Mitchell. Isn't that interesting? This is from Branda, who is on my team as well. She is the best. Look at how cute this is. She came to our first watercolor retreat. Check this out, you guys. What? How fun is that? I thought this was a super clever card. So very cute. Thank you so much, Branda. Very, very fun. This is another member of my team, Beth Ann, who I believe is on a cruise right now herself or heading to one. So thank you so much for this, Beth Ann. She knows my signature colors, and I am excited to hear about her trip. This is from Carrie. I love this technique, showing off that designer series paper. So fun. Thank you so much. Natalie is another friend from my team as well. So cute. She's just the best. Thank you so much, Natalie. You are just the sweetest. Oh, look at how cute that is. This one is from Norma. She's so sweet too. I love those duckies. Very fun. All right, next up, this one. Oh, look at this. Isn't that pretty? This one is from Jeannie, I think, or Janine. Janine. So sweet. Oh, and by the way, I don't know if this is supposed to be a hydrangea, or I suppose it's a hydrangea, but it's lilac season, and I love the lilac. We had like a couple of our lilac bushes bloomed early and a couple of them bloomed a little later. And so it was really fun to get the difference, you know, both like spread it out a little bit. So very cool. This one is from Adrienne, who's on my team and just the best. And I love those rainbows so much. Thank you. Another super fun card. Look at how cute this is. It opens up like that. Love it. So this one is from Mary. So thank you so much for this one, Mary. Oh, such a cute fun fold. Then we have this card. Uh-oh. Kind of messing up with my envelopes a little bit. This beautiful card is from Tana. She is the best. She's actually Sherry Pyer's sister, and she lives in Wyoming. Here's a beautiful card from Jennifer. So simple, but so cute. I love it. So thank you so much, Jennifer. And finally, my last card is from another Jennifer. What are the odds? This is a really sweet card. She is also on my team, and I love this one. That's that same bundle as the hydrangea. So very, very fun cards. Thank you so much, friends. I feel so blessed that so many of you sent cards to me, and I haven't gotten the mail today. I had several cards come yesterday, so I love that the birthday wishes continue to show up in my mailbox. That is just so special. All right, and I actually showed you a bunch before I left too, so it's just been amazing. Would like to be part of our Sunshine and Rainbows group. I mentioned it. We have a group that was started during COVID, and there's information. It's a Facebook group. You can click on that and check it out on Facebook. You can join our random act of kindness birthday list, which just basically means that every month we post the birthdays for the month, and you can send cards to people on that list. You don't have to send them to everybody. I don't micromanage it at all. It's just kind of send cards and receive cards, and it's wonderful. We do ask, though, if you're on the list, that you are actively sending cards to people each month. And that's where many of those cards came from. Of course, many are from people who are my customers and team members. So they are all just really wonderful. Okay, a few announcements. There are just a few days left to get this amazing deal on our starter kit. Basically, you can get $165 for just $99 plus tax, no shipping. This is literally the best deal Stampin' Up! Offers, period, bar none. And it's sweetened this month because there's $40 extra from what you normally can choose in your starter kit. It is literally a no-brainer. If you are spending $100 a month, you will save by joining with the starter kit. Now, this kit comes with so many amazing perks, my most favorite of which is that you can become a part of our community of people who are just like you, who love to stamp and craft, and we can be inspired by one another. We have a wonderful and uplifting community of stampers that you can be a part of, and we would love to welcome you to that group. We do all sorts of things. We're very, very active. We have monthly meetings, weekly trainings, incentives. No matter what you want to do with this, you can be a part of our group, and we would love to have you. So I would encourage you, if you have any questions about this, to reach out to me, because truly it's silly to not take advantage of it if you like buying Stampin' Up! Products. So, and whether you want to do something more with this or just enjoy a discount, it's all up to you. And I love everybody on my team, no matter what you're doing. So we would love to have you be a part of it. And of course, I offer all kinds of fabulous perks for my team members as well. As I mentioned, my in-person retreat is happening the week after next, or this week, the week after this weekend, whatever, you know what I mean. It's the 6th through the 8th, and we would love to have you come and join the fun. I do have just a few spots left, and you are welcome to join us for a really incredible weekend. I can't tell you how much incredibly wonderful comments I had from our first weekend. And we are going to do the same thing. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And you can come with or without any watercolor experience. We will train you up real good. So it's going to be an incredible weekend. So I encourage you to join us if you can. It will be a weekend you will not soon forget. We have a lot of fun. All right. Let's see. I meant to make another graphic, but I didn't finish it. Okay, one thing I want to tell you about. One of the things we have going or coming up is, and I'm missing one of my sheets. That's all right. Is starting on June 3rd, there is a buy one, get one 50% off on sweets and sweet products. So let me explain what that means. So we have all kinds of sweets, both in the catalog as well as the previous catalog and online exclusives. So often in online exclusives, we more call them collections, but the sweets I'm talking about are like the florals and blooms. So there's a whole bunch of them in here. So there's this one, there's the turtles, there's the beautiful gallery. I mean, there's a whole bunch of them, right? I'm not going to go through all of them. But what you can do is you can buy a suite and get a second whole suite at 50% off. So obviously the lower price suite is what's going to be 50% off of the two. But it's also suite products. So for instance, you could buy a package of designer series paper from this suite and then get a package of designer series paper from this suite at 50% off. Same with the embossing folders or embellishments or ribbon or whatever's in the suite. You can buy one, get one 50% off. So it's a really awesome opportunity to get some amazing deals. We've never had a deal quite like this before. So I mean, you could save like a lot of money. Some of these suites are a little on the spendy side, and I think you will, I think you'll be happy to take advantage of this. Like for instance, this suite is $122, and you could combine that with this suite that's $139, and you could save $61.25. I mean, that's like a pretty big deal. It's a good deal. So at any rate, check out all the details coming soon. As you can see, the suite featured in this photo is from our online exclusives celebratory sips collection. So all of the suite products are available, including some of the ones from our last catalog. So you'll see all the details on the 3rd while supplies last. And I suspect some of those, especially those ones that are partially retired, are going to be going out. So yeah, shop early for the best deals. Okay, a couple things. Ordering. Oh my goodness, I would so be grateful for your orders. Orders really help make this whole machine happen. I don't really make a whole lot of money off of the YouTube. That is for like YouTubers with millions of subscribers, which means subscribe to my channel if you could, if you haven't already. But if you order through my online store, that helps support this channel and bringing you more awesome content each week. And I would be so grateful for your business. I offer all kinds of awesome perks for ordering through my online store. First off, you get access to my VIP Facebook group, which has a lot of exclusive content in it, prize patrols, and all kinds of fun things. Plus, you can earn Stampin Rewards for your purchases of $20 or more. When you spend $35 or more, you get involved or invited to the Stamp Happy Party, which is happening. The next one is coming up in June. And the Stamp Happy Party is a live event where Barb, Kelly, and I each make a card. We give you the dimensions, and you can see how to make it 3 different ways. And that event is free. And then we might even do some giveaways. It's usually the second Wednesday of the month. It will be in June. And then you'll get a PDF with all the projects and dimensions and everything. It's also posted on the Stamp Happy Academy website. I'll talk about Stamp Happy in a minute. And then when you spend $50 or more, you'll get the All-Star Video Class Bundle PDF. This month, it is for one of those suites that is from the catalog called Beautiful Gallery. And these projects are really, truly stunning. lots and lots of inspiration in our PDF. You can purchase this for $15 or get it for free in my online store with a $50 purchase. Again, all of these things help my business so much. You can shop with this link, or it's in the description of this video. And then Stamp Happy Academy is our website where we do 3 exclusive lives per month. We post a class PDF each month. Plus we have that Stamp Happy party. We also do a quarterly bingo. Our next one, I'm not sure. I want to say it's July. But it is a really amazing group. Tons and tons of inspiration. It will make you a better card maker if you're a part of it. I am just going to make that claim. So there you go. It is a really awesome place, and we would love to have you join us. So there you go. As I mentioned, our Stamp Happy Party, our next one is coming up in just a couple of weeks in June. Actually, I think it's 2 weeks from today. I want to say it's the 11th, but don't quote me on that. All right. I think I've told you all the things. Now it is time to do some stamping. Oh my gosh, already, right? I know I've been chitter-chattering a lot, but oh goodness, we're going to have fun today. So my first card is a super simple one, and you guys are going to giggle. I wanted to use 2 things on this card, and it worked out that they worked together. So first off, I'm using this new Encircled with Love stamp set. Now this was designed to go with our 1 7/8 inch circle punch, which is not currently available. It's coming. It's been pushed back like another week or so, but it is coming. It should be here in the first part of June. Anyway, I'm not using the circle punch with it, but I love this stamp set. So I'm going to take a piece of cardstock, and then I will tell you, I wanted to use one other product that I was very excited about in the catalog. It's the Party Alphabet dies. Now this actually comes in a bundle with these dies. They are, I believe, 3 inches tall. And, oh no, they're like 2¼ inches tall. Anyway, so it comes with the whole alphabet plus like an exclamation point, an ampersand, you know, the little symbol-y things if you use those in your language. And then you can get it in a bundle with the party banner dies, which are, let's see how many are in here, 20 dies. So there's a whole bunch of nested banners and a whole bunch of things you can do with this, which are very fun. Anyway, this is a super cute bundle, and I wanted to use these letters. So that's what we're going to do with this card. All right, so let me show you my card. It's so easy. I think you're going to like it. Okay, I got to start by cleaning my Stamp Up. So I wanted to use the Way to Go. And Carl is home for the summer, and he is going to grad parties. And so this would totally work in like grad party colors, but it would also work in other colors. So I wanted to do kind of a bright, fresh color scheme. So I'm going to use Daffodil Delight, Lemon Lime Twist, and Granny Apple Green. And then I'm going to have him give this to one of the friends of his. He's got some girl parties he's going to, you know. And so let me see. Yes, Trish. Trish said my May Stamp Happy Live is tomorrow. That is correct. I will be posting the links and everything probably in the morning. Sherry said, do you have to spend your Stampin' Rewards the following month after you earn them? No, you have a year to use those rewards. So you can kind of pool them up and save them for a bigger purchase, or you can use some of them, not all of them. You can choose how much you want to apply to an order. So you just can't use them on the order you're placing at that time. So if I'm placing a $100 order, I'm going to earn $10 in rewards. I can't apply it to that order. I have to do it on a future order. That's the only thing. So yeah, you can do that. And we've already, I mean, this program only started like a month and a half ago, but we've already had double rewards, which is pretty awesome. So watch for those kind of things coming out from time to time. Okay, so I'm going to take this Way to Go stamp, and I'm just going to randomly stamp this on my background paper. And this piece, because I know you're going to ask me, is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8, I believe. Okay, I'm going to clean that, and I'm going to switch to my next darker color, which is Lemon Lime Twist. And I'm going to continue stamping this, overlapping a little bit because I can. Why wouldn't I? All right, like so. And then I don't really have to clean this because I'm going into Granny Apple Green. Hi, Tracy from Australia. I hope you are doing well. It's always lovely to see your name pop up. I've been like, well, I've actually met Tracy before, but I've been like internet friends with Tracy for quite a few years, which I think is so cool. Like I honestly know quite a few people in Australia. How amazing is that? All through stamping. You'd never believe that, would you? I don't know. I think I still kind of marvel at the people I've met along the way. That's one of my favorite parts about Stampin' Up is the people. Okay, I've stamped my pattern all over the back. I love the look. It's just fun and cute and easy. We'll go ahead and attach this right to another layer. This one's 4 by 5 1/4 of just basic white, like so. And then I'm going to take and put this onto a Daffodil Delight card base. Now I'm going to do something kind of cheatery. I mean, not really, but a little. And I am going to share some ribbon that is not Daffodil Delight, but you can get away with it. This is, I really seriously almost called it Ugly Duckling. Darling Duckling ribbon. And we're going to add this to our card, even though we didn't use Darling Duckling, but the ribbon kind of crosses over. I think you won't know that it's not Daffodil Delight ribbon. So we're going to go with it. Now I die cut the word yay out of this, not to be confused with the guy who goes by the name Yay now. That guy. Yeah, let's not talk about him. Yay as in yay. Oh boy. Mary says, when I ordered for the second time today, they told me I had to use them by the end of this month or lose them. Why, if you can save them? Mary, are you a demonstrator? Because there are some demonstrator rewards that do expire on a different timeline. That could be what it is. I would just contact Stampin' Up and ask them about it. I can't speak to your specific account, but I do know for a fact that they do for sure last for a year. So that I'm wondering if something else is going on there. Okay, so I die cut the word yay on here. And we're going to place some dimensionals on here and add this right on the top. So you can see these letters are larger, but you can still do quite a few words with them. Like hello, happy, yay, yeah, Y-E-A-H. You could do like big, the word big, and then add the word thanks. I mean, there's so many things you could do with this. Of course, if you are into scrapbooking, that is another thing you can do with this. Now, I'm going to I have this little T-square, and if you would like the link to this, I will give it to you. This is a really fun little tool that I use sometimes. So I'm just going to center the word or the letter A on here like that. And then I'm going to add my Y. And as you can see, it's going to be a little bit tight on here. I don't think we're going to go over the edge, so we'll be good. But this is a great way to keep your project kind of straightened out on here. Did you hear that? I just said out like I was Canadian. That makes me giggle. Okay, so there's the word yay, which I love. And then what I'm going to do is take and tie some ribbon at the bottom of this. Now there's just so many things you can do with these dies, you guys. I cannot wait to share my, I'm just going to say passion for these letters because, oh my gosh, I mean, seriously. I got them right before I left and I was like just frustrated that I didn't have the time to really play with them before, you know how it is before you go on vacation. There's a billion things you got to do. So anyway, I just think this, like, look at how fun that is. Oh my gosh. So, all right. So I'll attach this to my card. But just think of the things you could do. So like my son's school is PV, Pleasant Valley. And so we could do PV. You could do the numbers 2024. Before I say that, are there numbers in this set? I don't know if there are. Oh my gosh, there's not. Never mind. You can't do that. But you could do like your school's initials, like my high school growing up was Elk River ER. So things like that. So anyway, there's what you can do with this little set of letters. And then I want to embellish just a little on here. Well, let's see here. So I got to find my embellishments. I've got these in color flat pearls that are just thebomb.com. And we're going to use the Ugly Duckling. I'm just going to stick with Ugly Duckling. I actually like the color, but I can never think of Darling. I don't know why, because Ugly just rolls off the tongue. Okay, I cannot find this is not good. I wonder if the girls used my, take your pick tool while I was gone, because it's not in here. Okay, I will do it like this. So I'm just going to put a couple of dots on here. That actually might just do it. Okay, so then on the inside of our card, sorry, I gotta grab me a 4x5 1/4. You could, do like a congratulations or whatever. I'm just gonna do one more of these down in the corner that says way to go. And we'll add it to the inside. This is a great card for many different occasions. Of course, you can do the different color combinations. I just love this. This kind of reminded me a little bit of like a citrus wedge. I know that's not what it is, or a sunshine. So I thought the colors were just kind of fun. But again, you could do a lot of different colors on this and have a really good time with it. The stamp set does have several different little images in it, so lots of them will work. You, of course, could punch one out for the inside too, and put a little something behind it or whatever you want, but a lot of really fun images that you could do this with. You could do the words for you and then have this in the background all over. You could do this sideways and do love and do this one all over. You could do your on my and then mind. I mean, just so many different things you can do with this. Sorry would probably fit. You'd have to overlap just a hair. Or you could do, slimline cards. The letters would fit, lots more words would fit on the slimline. So lots of options with this stamp set and these fantastic dies. There's 2 sheets in the package here. So lots and lots of fun things. You will be seeing quite a bit from these dies for me coming up. So watch for that. All right. My next card, we're going to switch gears here a bit. Let's see. I won't give you the biggest switch. We'll do that card last. But my next card is with a really sweet set. This is called Sweet Jar, and it comes with a punch. And the punch is so cute. And then they have all these different things that you can fill in the jar. Now, I don't know, but wouldn't it be cool if there was like some holiday themed stuff coming? I have no idea if there is. So if there is, that would be a happy accident, and that would be Stampin' Up! Reading my mind. But I think this jar is so cute. And of course, because it comes with a punch, it makes it all the better. So we're going to start with a scrap of basic white. I just got to find mine. Give me a moment. Here we go. A scrap of basic white, and I'm going to stamp my jar. And I think I'm going to do it in some basic gray ink. Just, you know, tone it down a little bit from basic black. So I'll stamp this on a scrap of basic white cardstock. Then I'm also going to do the little lid over here. And when you look at your punch, I just want to make sure I can punch it out. So I'm stamping it down here, not up here. So I can just kind of go in like that. All right. Then inside of my little jar, there's 2 images, and this first one works with, I think, everything in the stamp set. So it's kind of like a shadow. So you can do like 2 colors. So if you were putting these over the top, you could do this in a lighter green, this in a darker green. These are for cookies. These are like chocolate chip, or if you're one of those people, oatmeal raisin cookies. And then the hearts line up with this. You can also put some candles in here. So it's a really versatile stamp set. All right, I'm going to combine 2 colors for this card, which are Pretty in Pink and our new Strawberry Slush. Or actually, these are both returning colors. So we've had Pretty in Pink back in the day, and then we have some Strawberry Slush. Now, I wanted to show you this. I purposefully left this undone. This is what a pad that needs to be re-inked looks like, and I hope you can see it on here. There's kind of a lighter section in the center. This is from repeatedly stamping with it. We are probably making swaps or something, and so it needs to be re-inked. So I've got my Strawberry Slush re-inker, and I do actually get asked, how do you re-ink a stamp set or punch, or oh my gosh, pad. That's the word I'm looking for. So as you can see, I'm putting a pretty good amount of ink on here with my re-inker. I squeezed it out, but obviously that's not going to work. So traditionally we would use the tip of the re-inker and kind of work it in, but on these firm foam pads, I found that a much more effective way is to take a spoon. I used to use plastic spoons, but I kept breaking them. So I got these cheapies from Walmart, and you can get like 3 spoons for like a couple of bucks. So it's real inexpensive. And I'm just going to work the ink into the pad. Okay. And then when you do it like that, you get a nice even kind of application. You even out those pools of re-inker, and then we've got a lovely re-inked pad, and then I just rinse this off when I'm done. Okay. Now, if your ink pad is too juicy, you can work the ink back into the pad the same method. So if you try and stamp something that's too juicy, work it into the pad. You won't lose any of the ink because it'll still stay in the pad, and it will come back up, but this works it in so you can stamp. All right, so I'm going to, well, actually, I'm going to first start with my lighter Pretty in Pink solid image like that in the bottom, and then I'm going to add this over the top. Now, I'm a purist, so I'm going to like literally try and dry this a little bit because I will keep a crisper image on top if I do. And then I'm just lining up my heart humps in the bottom edge of this stamp like so, and look at how cute that is. And it's so much cuter than if you just did the hearts by themselves. You know what I mean? I think that extra layer really fills up the jar and makes it look, you know, a lot more impressive than if it were just like this. I know I just stamped off the jar with what ink was left over, but you get the idea. Okay, so let's punch this out. So we'll line it up in our little punch and punch that, and then we'll do the little lid like that, and it's just so cute. Okay, and there are our 2 pieces. And again, if you need to work your ink in, you certainly can. But then when you store it, it's stored upside down, and so the ink isn't going anywhere. So it's just a really good method. All right, now I've taken a 3 3/4 by 5-inch piece, and I've embossed the bottom 2 inches-ish with my embossing folder. This is, I want to say it's Cheers and Sips is the name of the embossing folder, or Flowers and Sips. I don't even know. It's from the Celebratory Sips collection bundle. Okay, sorry. I saw a comment come up. My dumb phone keeps going out. Let's see. Hope this set and punch qualify for the sale in June. It does not. Because it's not part of a suite. It's just on its own. It's just a bundle. So unfortunately, that is not going to be one. But the Celebratory Sips will, which is where I got this folder from. So that's good news. All right. I'm going to take and position this on my card roughly right here. And then I want to do a little stamping on this piece. So first off, I'm going to add my lid kind of off to the side, so that I can have some hearts coming out. And there are individual hearts that I can stamp. So like my hearts are coming out of my jar, which I think is sweet. You open the jar and hearts come out. And then my sentiment is one that I love. It says sending a little, and then there's kind of like a space, and then your way. So you can do different words from here. So sending a little party your way, sweetness, love, luck, you know, depending on what combination of images you use, you can put different words in there. Okay, so we're gonna do sweetness. Now, let me tell you 2 things. You can do sweetness by just stamping it right on there like that, or you could stamp it on a scrap of basic white and then cut it out and put it over the top too, whichever you prefer. I think that looks really cute, so I'm just going to stick with it. All right, now before I adhere my jar, I want to do a little decoration. All right, so first off, I'm going to adhere this to a layer of Pretty in Pink cardstock. And then I was trying to decide, should I use my strawberry slush ribbon on this? Like so. And by the way, it'll be a white card base. Or should I use my Pretty in Pink ribbon for this? So let me know in the comments which one you would like. Should we do Pretty in Pink? Or should we do strawberry slush? Let me know. And I'm going to start by folding my card base. So strawberry slush or Pretty in Pink. All right, so we've got a white card base. All right, everybody has said Pretty in Pink except like 2. So I think we're going to go with Pretty in Pink. Ooh, I could actually incorporate both. Let me show you how. So I'll go ahead and adhere this. The Pretty in Pink layer is, by the way, 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm going to tie this on. And I could do one of 2 things. I could either just put a strip across and then tie strawberry slush on here, or I could just take and tie a hunk of strawberry slush on here, which I think is what I'm going to do. So what I mean by that is I'm just going to go off to the side here. And then before I tie this, I'm going to set this one right here in the middle. I'm going to trim my ribbon. Oh gosh, these are my crummy scissors. Ugh. There we go. Tie this, and then I've tied in that ribbon. So there's like the 2 colors in here, which is kind of fun. So now they're both in there. Oh, look at how fun that is. All right, and we're going to trim that down just a bit once we pop up our jar. So I think this is so cute. It's just, this jar is so sweet. I love all the little things you can put in here. I also am like, you could put like butterflies coming out of it. You could put, you know, like we've had jelly beans or gumdrops in stamp sets before. You could put flowers coming out of it. I mean, like the sky is literally the limit on this one. A little goldfish. And of course, you could make this into a shaker card situation. Literally so many options. So I love how fun this bundle is. And of course, the punch just makes it so cute and easy to work with. All right, now I'm gonna also add that little jar lid, maybe like over here. Take some mini dimensionals to get that lid onto my card. And oh, so fun. It really is just so cute. And we want to kind of make sure it's down enough like that. And I'm going to scooch my ribbon over just a hair. I think I can. Oh, I just ripped my card, but don't worry, the ribbon will hide that as well. Oh, maybe I might have a dimensional over this ribbon. That's all right. It's still fine. Okay, we'll put that onto our card, and then we'll embellish with our beautiful little in color pearls, because they coordinate with this as well, which I love. Oh, I'm really missing my, where is my take your pick tool? Okay, so, and I love this because you can kind of put like one of each size onto your card. And how fun is, maybe I'll stick that one up here. How fun is that? So, so cute. And then on the inside of our card, because we're not done yet, we can stamp Miss You bunches like that. And then there's a 2 little hearts that we can stamp on top. Oh, so cute. How fun is that? Oh, I love this one. All right, so there's our second card. Now our third card is going to be a big change of pace. This one is going to do a little of my favorite, which is watercoloring. You may have heard that I enjoy a little watercolor action from time to time. Okay, so let me just close up my ink pads real quick here. And this one uses a bundle that I really chose because I think it's a great masculine card stamp set for, for making masculine cards. So whether you need a birthday card, a Father's Day card, a thank you card, a retirement card, whatever masculine themed card. And obviously it's not limited to masculine, but it sure lends itself to that. There's a cute little tree house in this framed scenes bundle. There's like a little cabin in the woods, or this sort of reminds me of like Norway. Anyway, we've got a lighthouse, which is always really wonderful. We've got a little bridge scene, and then a road, or I think this could be a river, whichever you'd prefer it to be. So I'm going to start with a Secret Sea card base for this one. And then I took the dies, and let me show you the dies, because this is a real simple, kind of a small bundle, which I love. There's a frame that's got like the wood grain in it, 2 ovals, and then just a piece of wood grain. So we're going to take this to create our card. I've die cut the frame in some Secret Sea cardstock, so we'll hold that aside. I've got a piece of watercolor paper, and I cut it just a little bigger than my frame. I'm not sure if I'm going to leave it like that or not. I might trim it down so that it's tucked behind this frame, but I kind of liked that it was sticking out just a little bit. I don't know, it's just my opinion. I'll take some black StazOn because, as I mentioned, I want to watercolor this, and I will ink this up really good with my StazOn. And then, as I mentioned, this is watercolor paper, and this will really only work if you're using watercolor paper. Otherwise, just regular cardstock kind of will pill and just not work. Okay, so I'm going to take my water painter and I'm taking the finest one. We don't have these anymore. Long story short, the people that made them stopped making them. So if you just have a paintbrush or something, that's fine too. I happen to have mine here, so we'll just go with it. Anyway, I'm going to take my Secret C stamp set or ink pad, my cloud cover. I'm going to take some gray granite. And you can take a couple shades of green. I think I'm going to go with Old Olive and maybe some shaded spruce to add a little richer color of green. So these are the colors I've got. This is cloud cover, I guess, because it's not marked. Now, cloud cover is an ink pad that is not available to customers. It's a long story. You can get a re-inker and a spot. Those are available. The spot comes in a set of 5, or you can get a uninked ink spot and re-ink it with your re-inker. But that's how we're going to use cloud cover. If you're a demonstrator, you could purchase your cloud cover, but it comes as is, meaning it could be defective. Mine is. And what that means is you can see the color on here. Let's see, do I have a scrap of paper? It's kind of weird. It's sort of grayish more so than bluish. I did re-ink this with some of the re-inker, so I'm not sure how my re-inker is going to come out compared to this pad, but I think it will be a little bit more blue and a little bit less gray. Yeah. There's not a huge difference, but I did re-ink this with the new re-inker, which is the correct color. Long story short, there's the colors I've got. Okay, so what I'm going to do is create a little background. So I'm going to put down some mostly clean water. I say mostly clean because I think there's still some ink in my water painter. I'm going to go around the edges here, and I just want to wet this down. And the reason I'm wetting it down first is so that the color blends and I don't get like streaks. If you don't wet it down first, you can get a little bit of streaks. And this just kind of prevents that. You still can get streaks depending on, but the Fluid 100 watercolor paper is 100% cotton paper, which means that it will blend much nicer than just crummy regular wood pulp type paper. All right, I'm just kind of going around the edges here. I like to have a little variety in both color and value here, so we'll kind of go all the way around, blending that background like so. Sometimes I do this last, sometimes I do it first. Just kind of depends. Now the color's really nice and light, so the good news is if you mess it up, it won't really show too much. You could do like a sunrise or sunset little scene here, so you do maybe pinks and yellows instead of this kind of just cloud cover. It's like a cloudy day here on our card. And look at that's way darker, so I'm just going to add some water and blend that out, and then it looks great. Okay, so now let's take some green. When you look at a forest, it's generally not all one color of green. There's many shades of green, so I didn't want to have all the same color of green. But I am going to have a piece of Old Olive cardstock in my card, so I did want to include some Old Olive as one of my greens. So I think I will just dab this on, and I want some lighter and darker areas on here. I want to be a little careful because my background is still wet, and if I am not careful, what can happen is the color can bleed into the background, and we don't really want a green sky because that means something else. That means like a storm is coming or like bad things. I don't know. I remember when I was a little kid, we had like a tornado warning, and a real bad storm came through, and literally the sky was green. It was the craziest thing. And it kind of freaked me out because it was like really weird, not normal. Um, so anyway, there we go. We're just kind of dabbing some color on. I might even put a little in some of these trees, but they will be mainly my other color. Okay, so I do have some water just off the side of my space here. And I'm going to squeeze my ink pad to the lid. Now, if you don't have the hand strength to squeeze your ink pads to your lids, you can either add a little reinker in the lid like I did over here with that cloud cover, or you can just touch the color to like a block and pick up the color that way. Okay, you can see you definitely get different greens. And then when you mix them together, you kind of get another color of green. So it's fun to kind of use all the different colors on here. And I'm not being super careful to ensure my color is perfectly aligned. I'm kind of going all over the place with it. It's just fine. We'll add different colors to each area. And you could even add a third color, such as you could even start with like a base of soft seafoam, or you could add some garden green. In fact, maybe we will do that. Another color you could use that's sort of like a secret third color is actually Pretty Peacock. There's a lot of blue greens in like a forest scene. So just adding a little bit of Granny Apple. No, sorry, garden green. But Granny Apple could be another one that would work here. So I'm just touching on, I want darker color where there's darker lines, and then maybe a little bit lighter color where there's lighter lines. And you can, like I said, you can mix these colors up. You want to make sure there's some definite, differences in colors amongst the trees. You don't want them all to look the same. But that looks pretty good so far. I got to get some more green up here. This is blending with my background just a bit. And we've got kind of some warmer greens with the old olive and some cooler greens with the shaded spruce. And then that garden green is a little kind of a mix of both. I'd say it definitely tends to be warmer color, but there we go. Get a little bit of definition on here. Like that. All right. So looks great. Next up, I'm going to take that gray granite and we're going to make this a road. But again, I think you could have it be a stream. And speaking of hand strength, I'm trying to push my gray granite pad. Ah, there we go. I'm just going to kind of, you can see I'm being real messy about it. I'm not being perfect, and that's just fine. And then I'm going to come back in with some darker color and touch that where there's dots. And that little bit of darker color is going to give us a little shading. And look at how pretty that is. Really, really easy coloring. Nothing, I mean, you see it, I'm literally mostly just dabbing color, so it's nothing terribly fancy. Once this dries, you can also add a layer to it if you want. Like, I even feel like I would add a little bit more of this blue because, the sky is never, well, I shouldn't say never, but it's not often perfectly one color. So I kind of like adding a little variety on here a little bit like that. Oh, so cool. And it really is just dabbing. It's Judy just said I color like a pro, and I am one, but truly it's just dabbing. So yeah. Tracy says, I think the thing I'm lacking with watercolor is patience. Tracy, it does test my patience a lot, and I definitely get impatient. But it's, stick with it. You'll be so happy when you do. Okay, so now let's frame that up, and now look at how pretty that is with the frame. Now, if watercoloring's not your thing, and we can still be friends if it isn't. I mean, you will be wrong, but we can still be friends. I'm kidding. You're not wrong. And we can still be friends. But watercoloring is super fun, but you could also do the same kind of coloring by using Stampin' Blends. The effects are going to be obviously a little different, but you can color these images in with Stampin' Blends as well. Many of the same techniques in terms of blending and, you know, layering of the colors and whatnot apply here. It's just a little different technique. For that, obviously, I would use Memento ink, not StazOn, because the StazOn will bleed with the alcohol markers, because StazOn is an alcohol-based pigment, or alcohol-based ink. And then you would also stamp it on white paper, not the watercolor paper. I don't use watercolor paper with Stampin' Blends. It does not work. Oh my gosh, I just got a notification from Royal Caribbean. Do you think they're like, oh, we noticed there was a $5,000 charge on your account that you did not pay for? I don't think so. I think they want to do a survey. They talked a lot about the survey before we left. I'm guessing that's what that is. All right, so I'm just gonna pop that up on top here like so. Oh, so nice. And then I've got a layer of Old Olive to add to this, and I think that looks so nice. Okay. And then I'll just pop that on. Now this painting, by the way, is still wet, so actually my stuff is not sticking on here super great. That's okay. We'll just come back and stick it on later, but for today's purposes, we're good here. All right. Now I'm going to add this to my card with a background of crumb cake. And what I thought I would do is actually take this, I'm going to clean it, because it's got StazOn ink on it right now. Give it a little clean, and then I'm going to take some crumb cake here and just stamp a little on the edges like that. Okay, and then we'll add this to the center. So that just kind of carries the pattern through. We're also going to stamp this one final time. I've got a second panel of 4x5 1/4, and I'm just going to stamp it kind of in the corner right here. Like that. That's terrible stamping though. Much better. Stamp that, and we'll put it on the inside. Now with this, you could use some Secret Sea ribbon, or you could use some linen thread to add a little touch to this. I kind of like linen thread, especially because this is more of a masculine card than like a bow with ribbon, you know, because guys aren't typically super ribbony. But you never know. They might be cool with it. It's fine. Some might not even notice. Okay, so we've got that right there. Then I'm going to take from Sunrise Sailing. This is a really nice stamp set for sentiments. And actually, this is going to be the set we're using for our online class next month. So watch for the details on that coming out over the next few days. But I'm going to take and make this into a retirement card. And so on the front, I'm going to have it say, "You deserve the best," right down here. I'm going to do that in some Secret Sea ink. And then on the inside, I'm going to do happy retirement. Okay, so I'm just going to do "You deserve the best" right there. And then on the inside is happy retirement. Like that. And how lovely is that? Now, I do think I want to put a little linen thread, or actually, I'm going to use my Baker's Twine Essentials and the crumb cake from this, and let's see. I think this will work. Just gonna feed this through. Gonna try and use the fact that this didn't adhere, but it's apparently dry on this corner. It's just not on the other corner. But this is where I want to put my, if I had my take or pick tool, I could just shove it in there. Let's see, this one should work. This has a shover. Oh, why is this getting so complicated? I can see it. Oh my goodness. Do you ever struggle with stuff like this? Seriously. Okay, there's one piece through. My poking device is a shoving device, and it's not shoving enough. Come on. Let's go. Well, for heaven's sake. Like, I was hoping the other one would drag it through. Like, pull it through, but I guess that's not happening. Here, I'm going to lick it. When in doubt, lick it. That'll work, right? As they're saying on the comments, I don't want one of your licked cards. Don't worry, it's for a guy. Who's gonna know? Okay, so then what I'm gonna do is just tie a knot here onto this frame. Also, I hope you're enjoying the commentary from today's little lessons. Oh my gosh, seriously. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is like purposefully unravel these little ends so that they're kind of frayed. There we go. Man, that is just not happening for me today. There we go. Now it's coming. There we go. See, this is a multi-purpose tool. It pokes, it pierces, all the things. But doesn't that look nice? Kind of unraveled. There we go. Oh, what an awesome card for a man, or anyone really, but a great retirement card for the Framed Scenes bundle. And, you know, even if you're not into the stamps, I actually think the dies are pretty awesome because you really just have some frames. You've got some nested ovals, a nice rectangular sized frame, and then you've got this little wood grain piece. So I think a really fun combination there. Okay, so let me bring in my cards for you one more time. Now, I will tell you that I think all of these are just such fun projects and, you know, a little different. Nice variety. We've got those big letter dies from the party, what are they called? Party alphabet dies. We've got the sweet jar, is that what it's called? Sweet jar, yeah. And then we've got the framed scenes with the sentiments are from our Sunrise Sailing bundle. So a lovely little variety of projects. So a few reminders. Don't forget the starter kit deal is through Saturday, the 31st. We have a new sweet buy one, get one half off promotion starting on the 3rd. We'll talk more about that next Monday when I'm live. And then, of course, we've got the last few days to place an order to get invited to our June Stamp Happy Party. It's always a fun time for Stamp Happy Party, so I hope you guys can join us. And then for those of you who are Stamp Happy subscribers, or if you aren't already, you can get subscribed. I have a live tomorrow evening where we're going to make some really awesome projects. So I can't wait to have you join the fun. I hope that you guys had a great time with me today. Thanks for joining me. If you could give me the thumbs up as well as a subscribe to my channel, there should be a little button here in the corner to click on to subscribe. That really helps. And of course, I would be so grateful for your orders. If you would like to order through my online store, that really helps me continue to bring more awesome content like this to you each week. I do have another blog post, or I should say video, coming out on Friday, so watch for that. It's a little technique video, and I think you will enjoy it. Thank you guys so much for being a part of today's live. I will see you right back here on Monday when I'm normally live at the same time each week. We'll see you soon, friends. Bye-bye.